To servizio,
Zero. Zero. يكفينا ويكفي نعلو كفر
نعلو طيب
كفر بريدين كردي ولا نقول يمكن أكيد كفر وش من هذا الألوان؟ خذ من يقول هذا ما والله Kurdistan
Now I ask my colleague Durwa to give the closing session speech, and then we'll carry on with the certificate. And with this final session of the conference will be a discussion between you all HCV students with the staff who are coming from the KRG and as well as with Flower. And we will talk more about it. Now, Master will do the closing session.
Hello, everyone.
Try to project it, please.
Does it work? Hello.
Turn it on again.
No problem. Hello, everyone. distinguished guests, we come to the close of what has been, by all accounts, a very successful and productive conference. It has been a day full of love and inspiration, and a great learning, networking, and knowledge-sharing experience. On behalf of the organizing committee of the Second International Scientific Conference for Kurdish students, I would like to thank all of you for making this a successful conference. Your participation, enthusiasm, and dedication are the engine of all of that has been attained here, and we appreciate your commitment very much. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank those involved for the hospitality and the food that has been served with so much love. Both has been excellent, and we are so grateful for your fabulous job. It's my pleasure to extend my warmest gratitude to our distinguished guests for contributing to the success of the conference. You have made the conference effective and valuable. I also extend my gratitude to the organizing committee for all their hard work and marvelous performance throughout the conference preparation period. We had a lot of tireless exchanges back and forth, and meetings, emails, and phone calls to make this possible. I again want to especially express my gratitude to the participants, and to note that the quality of the presentations and the posters for this particular meeting were obviously high. You made the conference, and your participation is appreciated. Today, we have heard about many interesting scientific topics, which were very informative and beneficial for all of us. Additionally, they are the latest new developments in the world's research interest. Here, I would like to connect these to the ongoing process of change and development in Kurdistan. As we are all committed to return to our respective region, we must apply this knowledge and do what we can do to improve the lives and prospects of those who have enabled us to be here today. The region needs our part. We have to make positive change to every single sector. No matter what your political orientation is or who you work with, the only thing you need is to do what you believe is good, to motivate and encourage others. Moreover, cooperation and collaboration play a vital part in implementing our new ideas and knowledge. I know that we will face a whole lot of difficulties and problems, but if we don't help ourselves, don't expect anyone else to do anything for us. We have to concentrate on our region more to make it self-contained. It's my firm conviction that Kurdistan has enormous potential for economic and social development. Our homeland is one of the ancient hearts of civilization. It only requires our continued and consistent intervention and contribution to make it a global knowledge hub and inspiration to the region and the world. I take the view that we are all responsible for establishing a better and civilized society and country. In closing, it was a foregone conclusion that this conference would be a success because of your efforts and participation. And you have really educated us about recent developments in the topics you presented today. Thank you once again.
I think it's now the time to give you the certificate, as well as we can announce some posters which was, I can say, more organized and more better than others. And we just selected between all the posters. We're happy to announce them. So I guess we'll start with the exactly. This is what I'm planning to ask you there. Ask you that. So, can you get a brief explanation?
I think some of you already heard what we said. Yeah, we were explaining it. But the whole idea is in the future. This is part of the training, and I'm not suggesting that I'm an expert, but I do speak from experience. From the days that I was a PhD student back in 1930, we were doing this anyway. So anyway, I have this 25 years experience. The idea about it is that you need to communicate your research, your findings, your data, to an audience. Now, it depends on the audience. Your poster has to change and be modified according to the audience. If the audience is like-minded people who are exactly in the same field, you do not need to worry about the terminology, because it can be as technical and scientific as you like, because they understand it. If they're interested, they will spend time opposite the poster and begin to understand or to digest it. But if it's a generic audience, you have to translate your science within a poster to make it easy for somebody to understand. Okay? So an audience like today is generic, mixture, different people. So for you to communicate your science, you have to assume that a person is actually at the GCSE level. Okay? Because my knowledge of engineering is even below GCSE. Same poster. Okay? Because that's how much I know about engineering. And your knowledge, if you're a historian, about my field is again that basic. So you need to think about that. And you can think about your mother when you try to explain your science. Think about your mother, because she would have known enough to know what you do, but needs to understand it. But here's the principle that you should follow. In a poster, especially in a big place where lots of posters and people have little time or little interest, we need to grasp their interest, grasp their attention. The idea is that people have only 3 minutes for your poster, no more. Life has got lots of other things to do. So if I move along like that and there are poster after poster, okay, what do? How do I stop? I stop where a poster says interesting. The title is interesting. The color is attractive. The display is simple. So you have 15 seconds to attract my attention, and you have 3 minutes to tell me what you're doing. Put yourself in the place of the reader, not of the person who has so much to say and wants to stuff it all and wants to say everything in that, on that board. Now, if you write and say everything, you will write a newspaper on the wall. Some posters here were like newspaper on the wall. Did not help the reader. So much science, exciting stuff in there, but it was like a wall with newspaper on it. So what do you do? What should you do? First of all, think about an easy, simple, attractive title. One line, easy to understand. Number 2, write less, but show more. In other words, minimum text, maximum pictures. Okay? You put more figures, bigger pictures, especially if they're generic pictures, not graphs. Okay? But fewer words. One legend is enough. Instead of explaining all the methodology, incubator, the CO2 with moisture, and there was music in the background, all that, I don't need to know. I just want to know that it was growing. The potato was actually growing, or the E. coli was growing. You don't need to know exactly how, because if I want to know, I'll ask you, or I'll read about it. So what do? Instead of writing methodology detail, just the legend say, and the title of the legend, don't say, this is potato in incubator. No, say, the potato that we put in the incubator grew and produced that. That is the message. And then the detail is in the message. So, A, communicate the message quickly in simple terms. Big fonts, minimum writing, as minimal as possible. And guess what? The pictures that have the red color against a light background attract more attention. Go back to the poster. As soon as you go in, on the right, there's a lovely poster, lots of knowledge, but it was a background of grey and dark, with text that was grey and dark. So it was boring. Fantastic science. I know that the person is here, so I can say that, because I told you that. Okay? There was nothing attractive. And then at the end, you find whichever one had red in it, just like this red, with a background of light, attracts more attention. If you see in pictures, if an audience of men, your eyes will go straight to the one wearing red ties. I didn't wear red ties today, did I? So among 50 people, your eyes get psychological. That's nothing to do with you. This is what happens. If a woman is wearing generally light, but with red in the middle, or red all over with light in the middle, immediately think about that. It doesn't matter what the rest of it is. So think about color, think about simplicity, think about less words, more pictures, and communicate it to a GCSE level person. Okay? So what we did, we walked along, we used this criteria, and we said the best. The best doesn't mean best science, the best presentation. One final thing I want to say, no matter how hard you try, you men, generally, women are better. If can't help it. I don't like the idea, but it's true. Their handwriting is better. Their design, their taste of color mixes is better. At the end, why is it that women have such wonderful sense of dress? Lady fiction. It is lady fiction. We are boring. That's it. So, the posters that we selected, I think the chances are that the majority will be women, and it's nothing to do with preference. We are not trying to be nice to them. This is the reality. Their taste of colors, color mixes is superior to us. Thank you.
So based on
These criteria.
we finalized. So the third one was 30 cm. We lost the Riyadh al-Jaf.
This is not a prize for your winning. This is your certificate for attendance. When your name will go on the website as a third best poster. Just to make it. Okay. Okay. We don't have to shake it when it's still pictures. I don't like looking perfect.
The second one was by Farah al-Hashmi.
All the best.
The first one was Abdul Basit Karim.
I did not decide. I gave criteria, they decided. Okay?
I should say collaborate with me and Mr. Carter.
Okay, well, I don't mind. I don't mind standing here and everyone. It's up to you guys. Do you want it all to go on with it? Or do you want to shake hands and take photos? Hands.
Okay, well, democratic community. We are just elites. Okay,
You want to, that's what they suggest.
Yes.
Okay, fine. In that case, Media Saeed.
Media Saeed. Him.
You make me feel important now. Him and Rob Said.
Nina Hassan.
Nina Hassan.
Mahsin.
We were debating that his poster might have been the best. Except that I have enough data, otherwise it was the most effective communication, wasn't it? In the okay.
Shona William. Shamal. Samira. Rahim.
Rahim. Naqid.
Yahya. Muhammad. Izvi Ibrahim. Ahmed. First name is surname Ahmed. Shakir al-Goski. Watan Rahman. Ashwas Sharif. Sardar Wali. like that. Okay. Sheila and Salah. Izzadin Aziz. Izzadin Aziz. Walid Muhammad. Ammar Idris. Nazar Shwan. Yestun Abdul Hamid Yasin. Sarah. Thank you very much for this and yes, it's class. Okay, thank you very much. And now we would like to ask to someone to give their certificate to our student. Ali Hassan, the photograph thing. So someone can Ali Singh. Shayna Hadi. Emin Ismail Ismail. Qasim. Zishwan. Zeraban. Thank you. Kazan Ahmed. Kazan. Hassan Rostam. Yunus Ashakani. Sergio Ahmed. Shilan Daud. Mohad Karim. Majid Ismail. Marvin Rashid. Kadir Maghrib. Jihad Fattah. Hama Hadiri. Sorry to say that, this is something like that. Hama Hadiri and Aram Kumar. Dulbin Muhammad. Farhad Bulwari. Erivan Umar. And Jayan Muhammad Ali. Yunus. أو requirement يعني كمان شيء وزارة وشيء كيعطي طبعا لا يدري يعني أو مثلا جينا أو requirement يعني كين وزارة وشيء كمان هي كيعطي وزارة سيشن كده سكيل. Just for your information. And I think now sorry, I have to ask Dr. Laura again to give the certificate for the committee organization, those people who spend their time in the holding this conference. So the first will be Hassan. Last one. Aras. Tarzan Abrami. Myself. Yeah, and finally, Awak Khaladzi. And finally, I have to say our big thanks to Professor Aladdin for all his continuous support and encouragement since last year and year before. Without his contribution, we were not able to hold this conference. So this is
Well, I think you need to thank your wife as well because she contributed. Okay, because she acted like a member of the committee today, and she was really good job today with us and helped us. Yeah.
Thank you. Someone else can say something. You can present in
was very much. You cannot thank her. She was really, really.
Yeah, exactly.
So thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
I think we should change that. I'm beginning to believe that. Kurdistan Society.